Amy's always marched to the beat of her own drum in every way, so the costumes was a really fun way of stepping into choices that she made, really grounded me in Amy's life.
Hi, Focus Fashion fans, and welcome back to Dress, a series that celebrates the costumes of Focus Features films. Today, we've headed across the pond to Camden Town to explore the eclectic, vintage-inspired style of Amy Winehouse that informed the costumes of Back to Black. From director Sam Taylor Johnson, Back to Black chronicles the life and works of the iconic musician Amy Winehouse. From her early music and rise to fame to the relationships that inspired one of the best-selling albums of our time. Starring Marisa Abela, Jack O'Connell, Eddie Marsan, and Leslie Manville. This film is an unflinching look at the modern celebrity machine and a powerful tribute to a once-in-a-generation talent.
You got a voice. It's right up there. The hairs on the back of my neck, okay? Sizzling.
Marisa, Jack,
Hi.
First of all, you guys, your movie, I love it. Congratulations to both of you. How did you bring Amy to life through the clothes?
We worked with color a lot more at the beginning of Amy's life, exposed that vivacious element of Amy's personality at the beginning, and then worked more into sort of Back to Black era Amy, more monochromatic, 50s pinup girl, darker looks.
I like your style.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, what'd you call it then? The Winehouse style?
I don't know, it's a bit vintage, isn't it?
This film is very much set in the early 2000s, and you can feel that around her, but Amy's plugged into just a different time.
I remember this era for not just the period, but for where it was set as well. There was quite a lot of trends happening. There were so many good bands coming from Camden. It felt like a bit of an epicenter of cool.
I love how you talked about the transition from color into the black and white era. Do you think Blake helped influence Amy's style?
Blake's the person that shows her this Shangri-La's, and she talks about that. This is a sound that he was listening to. Then that's the image that she starts to emulate. She's dressing up for him, in a sense. You see her in those Fred Perrys and the low-rise jeans. Sometimes they're walking hand in hand, pretty much wearing the same thing.
I'm in your pocket now. Forever.
Marisa, what were your favorite costumes that really resonated with you?
PC Williams made this dress. It's Amy's Glastonbury look. Apparently the dress was initially came down to about here, and she cut it herself two minutes before going on stage. It's completely corseted. I was wearing this with 8-inch Louboutins, running for my life.
It takes you 3 men to get into a dress, only 1 man to get you out of one.
Jack, this has been a favorite. Blake wore the T-shirt around his neck as sort of a scarf-esque type thing.
There was much deliberation went into this knot. It got sewn in specific to the reference shots. It was a bit of an infamous bit of media coverage that the pair of them received. This was so specifically placed that I didn't dare touch the thing. And I remember having one of these, we was all down to Top Man to get 2 for £10. Or everyone.
And then I also want to speak about the character Nan.
Yeah.
She was a huge influence in Amy's life.
Just like how I used to have mine in the 60s.
We have some of the outfits here, but I think even something as iconic as leopard was something that Nan wore a lot of that found its way into Amy's wardrobe.
It's kind of that mob wife vibe, right? I mean, she's unafraid to be sexy at whatever age. She kind of got that fearlessness from Cynthia, and I think that was reflected in her clothing. It's kind of ferocious and unapologetic, you know.
Oh, Anthony Benedetto, the Blessed One, in voice and trousers.
He left no time to regret. Kept his dick wet with his same old same bet.
For any fans of Amy Winehouse and Blake, of course, you can recognize this look because it was a worldwide headline everywhere. They got married in this in Miami. I'd love to hear both of you talk about how these particular costumes helped that moment for you as the characters. I mean, Marisa, the halter dress.
It's such an iconic dress. I believe that it was picked up in Camden Market. I love the idea that at the time she knew when she put that on, it was just gonna look sensational.
Looking at it on the mannequin, I have to say that Amy's look is so authentic because this is just a dress. It really needed the beehive and the eye makeup and all her tattoos to really make this Amy.
Amy was never gonna be in a big white frock. to me is very pin-up. It's sexy and it's fun.
It was so influenced by 1950s rockabilly, which came out of the South in America. Halter dresses like this were completely the signature. So Amy really was influenced by that era of the 50s, and I think really coming out of Nan and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It screams happy in the way that Amy can, and I think that's what was really great.
This dress kind of just encapsulates that young, love, pure joy feeling. And it lends itself so well to what Blake's wearing as well. I just think they look amazing together.
Jack, your wedding look as Blake, I mean, the details for this, I have to say, were completely recreated. Tell me about this look for you.
It was so synonymous to their personas. They weren't doing things in a traditional manner. They were going to do it their way. And obviously this thing had to make an appearance as well. So we had a specific image that we wanted to nail. We had tunes on, we're MOS, so we weren't really recording sound. We got to feel like we could get there in a sort of authentic way, which just totally took the edge off it.
I think we both felt that the thing that we needed to capture more than anything was just like how excited they were to be getting married in this moment, you know.
Well, thank you so much to both of you. I love speaking to you both about the costumes from Back to Black. I can't wait for the world to see this.
Thank you.
Cheers, Joe.
I want people to hear my voice.
Hello.
I want to be remembered
We only say goodbye.
for just being me.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Dress. And I hope you enjoyed this very special look at the costumes from Back to Black. I can't wait to see you all again next time. Until then.